Hello and welcome to another macro video. We're looking today at a number of different macros that will give you information instantly about whatever it is you're working on. And my thesis on this is that if you have something which is easy to check, then you're much more likely to think, oh, I'll just check such and such, and therefore you can end up doing a better job because you check things that you might not otherwise bother. Okay, so let's get started. Here's the first one, Hyphenspace word count. What's the idea here? Well, if we select a word that is hyphenated or has got dash spaced or something and run the hyphenation space word, get a little window there with information, can't see it. Here's the sort of thing it tells you. Okay, so it's looking at the word that we've got there with a hyphen in and asking it within this document how many times does it occur as a single word, as two separate words hyphenated, and maybe as a dash between. Some word pairs might have a dash, and one I've added just recently, someone wants to know about words when they were separated by a slash. The idea of the slash there is that something like and or might be punctuated differently. Next one, count phrase. This one counts either a word or a phrase. So if you have a word like that, if you run the count phrase macro, then it will give you a window there telling you various bits and pieces. So here's my bigger window. So it tells you which word or phrase it's looked for, how many times it occurs in all, case sensitively, in other words, are the variations in the case, are the variations when in the formatting, some are bold, some are not, and do they occur as whole words or within another word, and it checks that both sensitively and insensitively. This, by the way, is not to be confused with phrase count. This one is count phrase, because phrase count, you give it a list of phrases and it counts how many times each of those phrases occurs. This is a sort of an instant one. Okay, count remainder. We're working through a big document and we think, oh dear, how much longer have I got to go? How many more words? So if we run that, you get a window. Here's the window in a big version. So it's telling you in thousands of words. So the one I ran this on was a 68,000 or nearly 69,000 word document, and I'd got 16,000 words left. I'd done 52,000, so it gives you a percentage as well. It's quite encouraging. Watchar. This is one I use a fair amount. It's certainly in some fonts. Some of the characters look very similar and you can't quite work out what the character is. The same might be true of dashes, dashes and n dashes, m dashes, hyphens and so on. So here are 6 characters and here are the diagnoses. So you just select one of them and run the macro and it tells you it's number 1. And if you don't select it,
number 1.
I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Number 1.
It uses the voice speaking thingy. Okay, so here we've got the first one was a lowercase l. Second one was a vertical line or a vertical bar, so as we use in Fredit. Third one was an uppercase I. Then we had a number 1. Then we had a proper degree symbol, and the one that often gets used as if it were a degree symbol because it does look similar is a thing called a masculine ordinal, which is the thing that we use when we try to do the number, NO number. So that's it in 2 different fonts there, and you can see that in some fonts it's actually got a line under it to emphasize that it's the number. It's a symbol that we use for number. And just to show you them side by side in those 2 fonts, that's the degree symbol and that's the masculine ordinal. In a video I recorded recently, I did actually demonstrate Google Fetch because it's a quick way of finding information. So click in the word or phrase for that matter, and run Google Fetch, and up comes a web browser, and the word is searched and gives you the information you require. And that is one of a huge range of different fetch type macros, and here I've got a number of them, so if you were to stop the video at this stage, you'd be able to have a look at those and see if excuse me, if there are any that are particularly relevant to you. Yeah, okay, that's about it. If you have any problems or suggestions, then do get in touch. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.